Good afternoon. I'm Vincent Lewis, the proud principal of Kerr High School. I would like to welcome you to our commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2019. At this time, if you would please rise for the processional and remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Taylor High School Navy Junior ROTC, the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance and Invocation led by senior class treasurer Ashley Wynn. And now, the presentation of colors by the Taylor High School Navy Junior ROTC.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for our invocation. Before I begin, I would like to thank all the parents, families, faculty, and staff for joining us in the commemoration of our first steps into adulthood. As we all gather here today, let's take a moment to relax, close our eyes, and just reflect on the blessings we have been gifted throughout the 4 years of high school. For the school that gave us a secure foundation to explore ourselves, not only as a community, but as bright young individuals. For the teachers and staff that are the light to our darkness, guiding us through the roller coaster we call high school. For our peers, who we have grown fond of and will hopefully enjoy lifelong friendships with. And also for all the smiles and hardships we've shared that made us realize confidence and devotion paves the way for improvement, helping us overcome even the worst situations. Because without all of these experiences, we wouldn't be the people we are today, proud of what we have accomplished and prepared for what the world has in store for us. At Kerr, we say, be the difference that makes a difference. But I say, be the difference that makes your difference. This is just the beginning, guys. Let the end of this chapter be the beginning of your life, the one you choose to live. We've made it this far, class of 2019. Let's make the rest of our lives count. Please be seated. And now, please welcome our senior class president, Henrietta Barreto, with our welcome address.
Family, friends, staff, and my fellow classmates, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the Kerr High School Class of 2019 graduation ceremony. In the past 4 years, we've experienced unforgettable moments that have brought us to this day. Each of our high school experiences are unique, but we all share something in common, and that is the ability to adapt to change. While some of these changes have been for the better, others have tested our capabilities and have proven to show who we are. To my fellow classmates, it seems like just yesterday we were freshmen cramming to finish our Highway to Africa projects. Now as seniors, we're ready to embark on the next chapter of our lives. Semesters turn into weeks, weeks turn into days, and here we finally are. As eager as you all are ready to leave, look around this room. This may be one of the last times you see these people. This is a room filled with people who love and care about you. All the time you are counting down for graduation, you didn't stop to think that the last will be forever gone. Perhaps now you'll realize your life will never be the same. The people who you've grown up with, everything you've ever known, will soon change as you walk across the stage. As you move on, I encourage you to measure your time differently. As you prepare for your first, remember you're slowly approaching your last, so hold on to them. Congratulations, class of 2019. Your time is finally here.
Thank you, Henrietta. At this time, we would like to recognize members of the faculty and staff of Kerr High School for their dedication and support of the class of 2019 graduates. Would all members of the Kerr teachers and staff please stand? Thank you. Please also help me in recognizing our assistant principal, Mrs. Sarah Tones, counselors, Mrs. Danae Akil, Mr. Jacob Lazaro, Mrs. Mary Meadows, and Mrs. Laura Tully. Our registrar, Mrs. Rebecca Gazaway, and our school secretary, Ms. Lee Bryant. I would also like to recognize our Superintendent, H.D. Chambers, who will introduce our guests on the stage.
Good afternoon to parents and family and friends, and if you just wandered in off the street, you're at Kerr High School's graduation for the class of 2019. I am thankful and blessed to be the superintendent of this unbelievably great school district. We have a lot of adults in this district that have helped every one of you to get to where you are. Obviously, those individuals sitting at the end of your row, but there have been a lot of others along the way. I would encourage you as you keep reflecting on today and what's happened over the last 13 years of your life, to keep in mind, to keep in your thoughts and your prayers all the adults that have helped you from pre-K or kinder through elementary, intermediate, middle school, and high school. Those people they're champions for you, and they're as proud of you as any adult in this building today. So don't forget those individuals. I'm honored to have served as your superintendent since you were in the 4th grade. So anything before then, I do not claim responsibility for. But since the 4th grade, I take full responsibility for it, and I can't tell you how proud I am to take that responsibility. There are some individuals I'd like to introduce. Our Board of Trustees, who I can honestly and without hesitation tell you that every decision they make is in the best interest of kids, and they hold me to that every decision that I make. And with that, Miss Ann Williams is our board president. She's not here, right? She had a family death today, and she extends her condolences for not being able to be here, but she also extends her congratulations on your accomplishment of graduating from Kerr this year. With us is our board vice president, Ms. Darlene Bro, our board secretary, Dr. Lily Trong, our board assistant secretary, Ms. Jennifer Key, trustee, Ms. Natasha Butler, trustee, Mr. Rick Marino, and trustee, Mr. John Wynn. I would also like to ask the leadership team that supports me and our role in this district. You may or may not know some of these individuals, but they play a vital role. And if you would, my superintendent council, if you don't mind, please standing. And thank you for this leadership team. So you're sitting here right now, and you're ready to go, right? You're ready, right? You've been ready. You've been ready for probably the last 3 or 4 months. I would only caution you, like I was telling you coming down the ramp, that be careful what you wish for, because when you get out of here, you're going to lose a lot of support, a lot of safety nets that you've come to rely on. And I think a lot of you, as you approach today, you probably started realizing that. And this support has been with you for almost 85% of your life. So if you think about it right now, most of you are 17, 18, 19 years old. Almost 85% of your life you've been in school. You've been going to school. And you will continue that. Many of you will continue that. I think about when you guys started school back in 2007, you were in the 1st grade. For those of you who didn't do the math, you were a 1st grader in 2007. And there were all kinds of things that happened. Social media, technology, iPhone, Android, all the things that you guys deal with. Heck, the Astros won a World Series while you were in school. Our country elected an African-American president for the first time. A lot of things occurred while you were in school. So think about it for 1 second, the social media, and I want you to listen to this, please. Make sure as you have lived and documented your life on every form of social media, some of them I've never heard of, the ones that you've always used that y'all stay a step ahead of the adults. But make sure you're not setting yourself up to be harmed because of what has occurred in what you have placed on social media, whether it's pictures, words, comments. There are people every day in the real world who are losing their jobs, who are losing families, who are losing credibility. And in your generation, think about yourself as a brand. Y'all know what a brand is, right? Think of yourself as a brand. And do you want your brand, your name, your reputation, the things you stand for, that when you're 25, 30, 35 years old, to be harmed by something you did when you were 18 or 19 years old? It happens every day. So as a brand, as a person, as whatever you use to make up that brand, please don't allow social media to harm that brand. Please don't do that, because it will overshadow everything that you have attempted to accomplish. And typically it rises its head when you least expect it. The world's complicated, and I got a couple things I'd like to say. It's a confusing world. I guarantee it's more complicated now than it was in 1982 when I was graduating. So politics. Every one of you are of the age right now to begin making decisions on voting. Hopefully, if you were 18 this past November, you voted. Here's my request. Here's my advice. Here's my suggestion on that. Make sure you vote based on your decisions, based on your information, and don't allow someone, something, some political party to influence you to do something you're not aware of. That has gotten our country into a mess. My generation and other generations have created a mess. I asked last year's class of 18, I'm asking this year's class of 2019, get us out of this mess. Be involved in the political process, be informed, and cast your vote. You know this, I don't have to tell you this. Most people tell you that education is a pretty good indicator of how much money you're going to be able to make as you get older, and that's true. But more importantly than money, education is going to give you choices. It's going to allow you to have options. Take advantage of those choices and those options. There's a lot of talk today about equity, about treating people equitable. And most of you know there's a difference between being treated equitably and being treated equally. Equitably is being given the things that you need in order to be successful. Being treated equal means you're giving everybody the same thing, whether they need it or not. So as you live your life and as you look to give back to your community in whatever you do, think of equity. Our district is working through that, trying to make sure that we provide kids what they need based on circumstances, versus being equal. And that's going to be, I'm telling you, as you get older in the world you're going to exist in, that's going to be a critical factor. There's a lot of complications that I mentioned earlier. Every one of you have someone in your life. A lot of people ask me all the time, what does HD stand for? Right? Had some of you guys, Kerr students, the other night. What does HD stand for? HD stands for Henry D. Chambers Jr. D's an initial, doesn't stand for anything. My dad is Henry. I'm HD. Make sure as you live your life that you represent your name, that you live your name, and that if there are people that you are going to embarrass by your behaviors, don't forget what your name is and who your name comes from. And if no one else motivates you to do that, think about those you care and you love and trust the most, your family. So don't ever forget your name. Don't forget what your name represents, going back to the brand. Use your time for good. We all have a finite amount of time on earth. Just use it for good. Do something good. Do something good for some people. A couple things I want to tell you. You know this. Most of you are going to college, right? Go to class. Day one, go to class. Sounds simple, sounds pretty simple, but there are no tardy bells. There is no attendance check. There's no one calling your mom and dad to say, hey, HD didn't go to class today. So go to class, please. Just go to class. If you're going into the workforce, go to work on time. And do not let drugs eliminate you from the workforce. We have more people. I want to tell you something right now. I don't care what the rest of the country is. In the state of Texas, marijuana is still illegal. And until it is legal, you will be held accountable in the workforce for that. So make sure and understand what the rules are and what the consequences are. If anyone's enlisting in the armed services, thank you for that. I don't know that we have anyone in the class of 19 from Kerr doing that. Do we have anyone listening? But make sure you have colleagues and you have peers across the Alief ISD that are joining the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Coast Guard. Be sure and keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. Many of you went to middle school with them. Many of you went to elementary with them. Keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. Okay, here's my recommendations, and this is it, all right? Brush your teeth every day. Every day. Guys, take a shower every day, whether you think you need it or not. Take a shower. When you meet someone, shake their hand and look them in the eye. Shake their hand, look them in the eye. They'll do the same for you. You have no idea what type of impact that has on people. Make sure you are representing your brand and your family and your name to the best of your ability, because people are watching. So you're going to go a lot of different directions. And I want you to remember one thing as I close. Every one of you are here. You have a purpose. Every one of you. There's a reason for you. There's a reason for you being here. There's a reason for you being here today, and there's going to be a reason for you being wherever you are tomorrow. You're important. But as my dad used to tell me, you ain't special. Don't think anyone owes you anything. Don't wake up every morning waiting for someone to take care of you, family, government, society. Make sure you take care of your own business and you do the things that bring great joy to you and bring great pride to those of us who care about you. God bless every one of you. Good luck to you. I'm your biggest fan, and I look forward to great things from the class of 2019. Thank you.
Now, to introduce this year's salutatorian is our senior class secretary, Trang Lee.
Good afternoon, family, friends, and staff. My name is Trang Lee, and I have the greatest pleasure of introducing one of the most hardworking people I know. I met Newton back in elementary when we both went to Chancellor. Who knew that the person screaming down the hallway would become my best friend for 4 years and counting? As we progressed throughout the years, I came to know Newton not only as a brilliant classmate, but above all else, my best friend. Newton Huynh earned the privilege of speaking today because he worked diligently to become this year's class salutatorian. Newton can be best described as humble. Given all of his accomplishments to date, one might think the opposite would be true. Instead, Newton continuously focuses on striving to improve. Newton not only excels academically, after all, throughout all the years of schooling together, he has never gotten anything but A's, but also is heavily active in the community and school. He's a member of the National Honor Society, a class of 2019 officer for the last 4 years, band vice president, an Alief SET scholar, and even in Cadre Kerr Productions. Newton continuously provides his dedication to Kerr both in and outside of the classroom. He has coordinated countless events and fundraisers that not have only helped our class raise money for prom, but also helped in uniting the students' body through a common goal. His kindness truly shines when he is helping others. He carries a maturity that is so appreciated by his friends, and his witty sense of humor always line up the mood. It is because of his commitment and kindness that I, along with the rest of his peers, have rightfully crowned him Mr. KHS. Newton has been admitted into several prestigious Ivy Leagues, Wharton University, and other colleges. also has been awarded scholarships and grants totaling $1.2 million. I am honored to say he will be attending Rice University this fall on a full scholarship. Newton is so humble and wise beyond words I can describe, and I'm happy to call Newton my best friend. Without further ado, I am honored to introduce our classmate, my best friend, and the senior class of 2019 Salutatorian, Newton Teal Huynh.
Thank you, Trang, for that incredible introduction. Before I continue, I would like to thank my amazing parents, friends, family, teachers, and girlfriend for their unwavering support and belief in me. I would also like to take a moment to honor Matthew Oko, a great student, a great friend, and above all, a great human being who is here with us in spirit today. Good afternoon, students, faculty, friends, and family. I'm absolutely humbled and honored to stand here today as your class of 2019 Salutatorian, and to most importantly, share with you in celebrating this tremendous achievement of the graduating class of 2019. Seniors! Seniors! That's right. Before I start my spiel though, Alief scheduled the ceremony during the middle of lunchtime, so don't mind me real quick. It's just a sandwich. My parting advice to y'all was to always stay hungry, but it looks like Alief has more than done taking care of that already. Kidding aside, to my fellow graduates, I want you to take a look at yourself right now. For all of those sleepless nights, all of those tireless hours spent studying, shout out to you, Quizlet. Today has been a moment that has seemed all too close, yet all too far. After all, it feels like just yesterday that 9th grade me was saying, "What the hecky" to all of you guys in that infamous commercial. And through our 4 years here together, I can safely say that as Kerr students, we've been through it all. We've been through the lowest of lows with all the all-nighters from Caillou's version of world history, but also the highest of highs with our dubs at Class Wars and HOCO. And yes, dubs is plural. We've gone through the infamous time is money and money is time rants from Dunlap, the one too many push in the right direction jokes from Mr. Bell, and just mentioning one too many, the one too many pregnancies of our very own band director. Just kidding, Seagram's, love you. Your twins are beautiful. Side note, buy one, get one free is only fun at Costco, not at maternity wards. Did we expect any of this to happen as we filled out that Kerr application 4 years ago? As the great George Washington once said, no. But I stand here before you today, sandwich in hand, to tell you that class of 2019, we did that. We not only survived our 4 years here, but we have grown, excelled, and thrived in doing so. However, before we collectively turn the page onto a new chapter of our lives, I want to leave you with this life-changing piece of advice. Eat the frog. Just kidding, just kidding. I would never do that to y'all. Shout out to you though, Ms. Coke. My bit of advice is an iteration of that, however, and it is truly something that I believe could come in handy, which, coincidentally enough, is where my piece of advice is. You see, I believe that the best way to approach life is to approach it just like this. To not eat the frog, but to rather eat the sandwich. Let me explain. Whether it be ham and cheese or peanut butter and jelly, taking a bite out of a sandwich takes everyone back to simpler times. To a time when playground towers were fortified grand castles, when cooties and monsters under beds still existed, when dreams of being astronauts, musicians, and doctors were unfiltered, were unhinged. Graduates coming into these next years of your lives, I want you all to take a big fat bite out of the sandwich life gives you, to tap into that childlike energy within yourself, and to sink your teeth into the excitement of impracticality, the boldness of dreams. To dare to dream just like you once had as a little kid, pulling that peanut butter jelly sandwich out of your lunch bag. Moreover, just like any sandwich, all of us here today are the ham, the cheese, the tomato, the bread that make us. And no, I don't mean that you should look at everyone around you as a lunchtime meal, although if you're trying to compliment them, by all means, call them a meal. They'll appreciate that. What I mean is that when eating a sandwich, one has to appreciate the fact that its components, its ham, its cheese, its bread, are all here today because of things beyond a singular effort. because of the sacrifices and hard work done not only by the farmers and ranchers, but the tractor drivers and even grocery store cashiers alike. And just like sandwiches, none of us could be where we are today if it were not for the efforts, the sacrifices made by our parents, friends, and family, and teachers. Graduates, before you take a bite into the next sandwich life gives you, take a step back and appreciate your ham, your cheese, your bread. Take the time to be grateful for all of the efforts made by others to make you the sandwich you are today. Lastly, just like eating a sandwich, one should approach life, and more specifically failures, with a short-term memory. You see, when you take a bite of a sandwich and realize something's wrong with it, maybe that it's too dry, what do? Do you spit it out, scramble for the bottle of mayo to squeeze onto that spit out morsel only to shove it back in your mouth? No, you don't. You would just swallow that bite and put more mayo on the rest of your sandwich. And this is the exact short-term memory mindset that one has to take with life. When you fail, and graduates, you are bound to fail, just swallow that failure and let it be part of the past. Dwelling on it, trying to hang on to that dry bite of a sandwich will only let that unpleasant feeling last longer than it should. Instead, use that failure, use that dry bite as an opportunity to live in the present. To not focus on how bad that last bite was, but to instead channel that effort into making the rest of the sandwich, the rest of your lives, better than it ever was before. Class of 2019, before I leave you here today, I know that we have no idea what will become of the next years of our lives. However, whatever we may be and wherever life will take us, I know that today we stand here as change makers, trailblazers, and above all, sandwich eaters. And because of this, I know whatever sandwich life gives us as we walk across this stage today, that we can all, at the end of the day, say with absolute certainty that we can and will get this bread. Thank you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, Newton. Newton, who is also our senior class historian, will now introduce this year's valedictorian.
Good afternoon, once again, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to stand before you today to introduce Kerr High School's valedictorian, Nee, a young man who, beyond his awards, scholarship, and achievements, is above all else an outstanding young man of character. Give me a second, I'm swallowing. If you define pleasure as staying after school every week until 5 to finish tests on endless integrals, then I've had the pleasure of taking AP Calculus alongside Nee this past semester. Because of that, I can say with resounding confidence that there's not a single peer of his that has ever found a bone to pick with Nee. Whether it be his unwavering work ethic, his willingness to drop everything to help out others, or his sheer humility, Nee truly encapsulates the compassion and sincerity in which the Kerr mission strives to cultivate. In other words, let's just say that if Nee were an Uber ride, I would without hesitation rate him 5 out of 5 stars. Which, coincidentally enough, is a number astoundingly close to his GPA of 4.88. Yes, folks, you heard that right. That was not a typo, 4.88. However, anyone who knows Nee recognizes that such a number merely scratches the surface of what Nee has accomplished during his time here. And since I know he's too humble of a character to showcase his achievements, I'll just flex real quick for him. One time for the one time. Whether it's being one of the 300 scholars chosen to be part of the highly selective Gates Millennium Scholar Program, which I should not forget to mention is also a full-ride scholarship, or being one of the 100 students chosen to be an Amazon Future Engineer Scholar, it is safe to say that Nee is more than set on a trajectory for success. I mean, come on, y'all, think about it. Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, the literal 2 richest people in the world, are paying for his education. If that isn't something to flex, then I don't know what is. Without further ado, please help me welcome on stage a great student, a great friend, and above all, a great person, your class of 2019 valedictorian, Nee Nguyen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for me to be here on this stage to offer my final farewell to the class of 2019 as we're about to send them off to the future. And I wouldn't have this honor today if it's not thanks to God, my parents, my classmates, and my teachers and the staff for helping me get here. First, I thank God for holding my hand through every step of the way throughout my high school career. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for bringing me up the way you did and allowing me the freedom to do whatever I needed to do to succeed. Thank you to the classes of 2016 through 2022 for making the Kerr community, of which I'm a part, as diverse and interesting as it has been for the past 4 years. And thank you to all the teachers and staff members for leaving such a positive footprint on my academic record, as evident in my grades, my scores, my scholarships, and other accolades, but also, most importantly, contributing to my experience as a scholar of Kerr High School. Class of 2019, thank you especially and congratulations on making it through all these years of the Kerr system, to be sitting here today and listening to me as we're all about to split up into adulthood. So allow me to quickly recap the years we spent together to the best of my memory. Our inauguration here at Kerr was marked with a newfound struggle against the strangeness of PACs, subject centers, and especially the unprecedented amount of freedom that we get by going here, and also the unprecedented amount of freedom and procrastination that we succumb to by going here. So as our love-hate relationship with procrastination developed over the year, the bulk of sophomore year pretty much revolved around this one particular quasi-AP class that not only took over our lives, put our grades in the dirt, but also at the same time made us appreciate a little more about the contents of the history of the entire world, I guess. Just when we thought that the mayhem of Turnitin.com was over, junior year brought along with it a whole new set of soul-draining classes, now with the fancy new AP titles in front of them. We had to go through Hurricane Harvey, the SAT, and all these AP exams all in this single year. But throughout all that, I think it made our collective high school experience as a class all the more powerful as we went on and win class awards for the first time that year, with the second time, of course, being this year, senior year. The year when the plague of senioritis is rampant, and we fill up our schedules with off-campus, study hall, staff aid, and maybe PE and nutrition whenever possible. But for me, no matter how many free periods I try to set up for myself, a single AP class once again took over my life, and the next thing I knew, I ended up working on math for what felt like every hour of my days as a senior. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but to everyone else who was able to fully enjoy the best parts of senioritis this year, I'm glad you had fun. Now then, before we sign out to the library and never come back today, let me quickly slide in a quick little confession. When I first chose to go to Kerr, I thought it was going to be a really easy school for me, and honestly, it kind of was. Given my overconfidence, though, securing rank 1 to me was never the goal. It was only a baseline. I did have my doubts about whether or not Kerr could offer enough of a competitive environment for me to fully realize my potential. So I looked to outdo myself instead and try to get the highest GPA in the history of the school. I certainly feel like I succeeded, but regardless of whether or not I actually did, along the way, I found out that I was surrounded by many talented people, all of whom are just as great, if not greater than I am in one way or another. And they all made me improve myself in ways I couldn't imagine before had I held on to my hubris. Shout out especially to my Rice-bound and Harvard-bound graduates. The two of you especially opened my eyes up about how outstanding of a school Kerr could be. By the way, though, don't let my ego take away from the fact that my experience here at Kerr is in many ways applicable to yours, no matter what rank you end up with on your final transcript today. High school for you, just like it is for me, is only a baseline for your future. And that baseline might be relatively higher or lower depending on your rank and GPA up to this point compared to others. But once you walk on and off the stage, everything around you resets and only your own baseline remains. So utilize that baseline as a means and a stepping stone for you to work off of and improve yourself. Never think of it as a medium for comparison because remember, that is only your starting line. In this way, by working on your own baseline as a means, as an isolated case, you will automatically attract positive competition around you, and you can use that to propel yourself to new heights. And at that point, there's no telling how high your ceiling can be. Don't let your baseline from high school define you forever, but make people remember you for the sky-high ceiling. That is your legacy and success, all of which would have been built upon your once humble but forever robust foundation that we proudly call Kerr High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Nee. At this time, our school board members, Jennifer Key and Dr. Lily Trong, will make the presentation of this year's school board's Outstanding Senior Awards.
I'm presenting one award for Outstanding Girl this year, but when I look up and into this room, I see a room full of winners. And I'm grateful that y'all are going to be the ones that lead our nation, lead our country to right all of the wrongs that have happened, take care of our environment, and take care of our world. So I'm thanking you now. The award for Kerr High School's Outstanding Girl goes to a young woman that is an accomplished leader, excellent speaker, and dedicated scholar. Her list of accomplishments is lengthy and includes recognition as an SAT scholar, Thespian of the Year, and the honor roll for her entire high school career. She is an integral part of many organizations across campus, including the National Honor Society, Cadre Kerr, No Tiger Left Behind, the Speech and Debate Team, and the Superintendent's Advisory Council. All of this while maintaining a GPA of 4.6. She has chosen to attend Howard University in the fall, where she will pursue a degree in psychology. Please join me in recognizing the recipient of the 2019 Alief School Board Award for Outstanding Female Student, Vivian Uzeshi. It's heavy. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations to the class of 2019. It's my great honor to present the award of Kerr High School Outstanding Boy goes to a young man with a clear vision and a strong determination that have guided him well throughout his high school career. He is a tireless worker with exceptional mind and a talent for not only academics, but the performing art as well. Through his high school year, he has been class officer, an active member and leader of Kerr High School, band, National Honor Society, Cadre Kerr, and student council, and all while maintaining a GPA of 4.7. This young man will be attend Rice University in the fall, and we're very excited to see how he will craft his future. It's given me a great pleasure to present the 2019 School Board Award for Outstanding Boy to Newton Wynn.
Dr. Trong.
In just a few minutes, we will honor our graduates by presenting them with their high school diplomas. But first, I would like to take a few moments to recognize the outstanding accomplishments of the Kerr graduating class of 2019. The achievements of our seniors, both inside and outside the classroom, are many, and I apologize in advance for not being able to share all of them. Our speech and debate team had 2 seniors qualify for the Texas Forensic Association state competition, the National Speech and Debate Association's national tournament, and the Tournament of Champions. Speech and debate seniors were also captains of the world's debate team, which won the city championship and had members compete at the National Individual Events Tournaments of Champions. Our Future Business Leaders of America team had 19 seniors participate in this year's state competition, and 11 seniors are advancing to the national competition held this summer in San Antonio. In journalism, seniors contributed to 5 state awards for our 2019 yearbook, including second place for feature story, and one of our senior journalists advanced to the regional UIL competition. In UIL music, 20 senior band members, 17 senior choir members, and 12 senior orchestra members advanced to the state solo and ensemble competition. Several band, choir, and orchestra students also contributed to their groups, earning sweepstakes and outstanding performance ratings during their competitions this year. 9 seniors were also chosen for the Alief Honor Orchestra. 7 seniors qualified for the Regent and Honor Choir, and 3 members of our orchestra and band qualified to perform this year at Carnegie Hall in New York City. And 2 of our orchestra students will be performing in Sydney, Australia this summer. In theater, 21 seniors were named Honor Thespians, 4 named National Honor Thespians, and 1 senior was honored as an International Thespian. This class has 2 Thespian Scholars, 5 Vice Presidential Scholars, 13 Presidential Scholars, and 3 seniors have qualified for the International Thespian Festival this summer in Lincoln, Nebraska. This year's seniors have also performed well in the area of visual arts. The class of 2019 brought home over 50 medals from the Regional Visual Arts Scholastic event, and 23 seniors submitted art portfolios to the College Board for AP credit. Our seniors earned several Scholastic Silver Awards, including many honorable mentions. Their artwork was honored by receiving the Mayor's Art Scholarship, a State Vase Award, and for the first time, a Kerr student's artwork achieved a Triple Crown at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo and was auctioned off for $10,000. The class of 2019 includes 3 National Merit Commended students, 4 AP Scholars with Distinction, 5 AP Scholars with Honors, 11 Advanced Placement Scholars, 2 Posse Scholars, 1 Quest Bridge Scholar, and 5 UIL Scholars. This year's senior class has earned over 2,500 hours of college credit while attending Kerr, not counting the hours they will earn through AP exams they've just completed. To date, this year's graduating class has amassed just under $7 million in scholarships, grants, and awards. Graduates, above all your academic and artistic accomplishments, I am most proud of the work you have done in our community. The class of 2019 has amassed over 4,300 hours of community service, and I'm sure there are many more hours unreported. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of others and for having a positive impact on our community. Class of 2019, it has been my honor to serve as your principal these past 2 years and to have witnessed how far you've come. Your talents and skills are plenty, and we are very proud of your many accomplishments. As you graduate today, don't forget that work has just begun, and this is not the time to relax or to get comfortable. Now is the time to take this momentum and build on your success. Congratulations on completing this chapter of your life, and best wishes as you start the next one. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, the presentation of our graduates. Graduates, please rise. Superintendent Chambers and board members, I am pleased to certify that the graduating seniors of Kerr High School have completed all requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Texas and the Alief Independent School District. Graduates, please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated. The names of our graduates will be called by Mrs. Danae Kill and Mrs. Mary Meadows, Kerr counselors. Will the first row of graduates please rise?
Jason Acosta. Seiram Agbanyo. Reggie Ray Augustin. Babatunde Akinsanyu. Roland Akpojiwo-Owi. Raul Aldape Adame. Kristen Aldrete. Haura Al-Sad. Erica Anzora. Alberto Arroyo Briones. Caduz Ayalara. David Balagan. Jason Bang. Brian Bond. Jessica Bond. Victoria Barraza Ortiz. Henrietta Barreto. Mariana Basurto. Kenya Bautista. Samana Baidoon. Andres Benitez. Joseph Bilski. Samuel Bolting. Caitlin Brown. Houston Bowie. Elijah Buidong. Abel Bunn. Rosalind Bush. Cheyenne Cabrales. Madeline Katengog. Francesca Conless. David Cow. Diana Cow. Logan Caudillo. Frankie Chin. Janice Chin. Justin Chin. Win Shuen Chin. Ali Chevelle. Anthony Chico. Annabelle Choi. Zuhar Chowdhury. Ni Mong Chung. Geneva Cortez. Jacob Cruz. Melody Dang. Tiffany Dang. Timothy Dang. Tracy Dow. Lori Day. Maria Denise Delota. Regina Din. Tien Din. Benjamin Doe. Larry Doe. Lonnie Doan. David Young. Davis Young. Justin Young. Margaret Akeche. Tasnuva Farhana. Alex Fung. Jodianne Garibay. Saran Gabrahawat. Christina Yang. Asia Gumatautau. Hui Ha. Joanna Haro. Rathia Hersey. Kayla Ho. Fat Ho. Tuan Ho. Caitlin Huang. Tiffany Hong. Jasmine Hong. Ariane Hooper. Sandy Sao. Syed Hussein. Cindy Nguyen. Emily Nguyen. Jennifer Nguyen. Johnson Nguyen. Newton Nguyen. All right. Marla Inigas. Omawanuola Iyajuje Ni. Kenya Johnson. Precious Joseph. Johnny La. Dow Lamb. Ella Lapak. An Lee. Anthony Lee. Danny Lee. John Lee. Kang Lee. Win Lee. Peter Lee. Trang Tui Wee Lee. Sorry. Trang Tan Lee. Carissa Ledesma. Panayotis Lantos. Anthony Lung. Benson Long. Tui Lung. Jedediah Liu. Cindy Lee. And Deep Lee.
Caitlin Ma. Hui Mai. Ashley Maldonado. Itzel Mantia. Daniel Mar Rios. Diana Marquina. Peter Mashney. Adrian Gabriel Mendoza. Jennifer Mendoza. Isaiah Mogaji. Maria Murado. Dakota Mullinax. Gwendolyn Nichelle Natividad. Kobe Negron. Ethan No. Kung No. Tommy No. Swan Huang No. Amelia Rose Wynn. Andy Wynn. Andy Wynn. Ashley Wynn. Beverly Wynn. Ben Wynn. Ben Tai Wynn. Brandon Wynn. Cody Wynn. Dianca Wynn. Hien Wynn. Ivana Wynn. Jacqueline Wynn. Jenny Wynn. Chico Wynn. Kevin Wynn. Christine Wynn. Leslie Wynn. Lynn Wynn. Lewin Wynn. Nee Wynn. Fung Wynn. Selena Wynn. Song Wynn. T Wynn. Tianan Wynn. Twan Tony Q Wynn. Tien Wynn. Tiger Wynn. Vien Wynn. V. Tran Nok Win. Tuan Win Win. Julie Gwenjanga Ikumu. Matthew Oko. Janet Okoroji. Abinibola Onabolu. Samuel Orak. Javier Padron. Ashley Palacios. Augustine Pena. Ariel Perez. Michael Pham. Alex Fan. Truck Fan. Vin Fan. Vin Trong Fan. Camille Punzal. Ahmed Rahman. Adriana Ramirez Alvarez. Sayeda Misbah Raza. Giselle Rubio. Salar Sanati. Krista Sepulveda. Syed Shams. Christian Shabib. Eric Sue. Carolyn Jasmine Sosa. Philip Brian Sedario. Josefa Tabo. Eduardo Tamez. Stephen Tan. What? Zenbao Tan. Lana Tai. Brandon Toledo. Alex Tong. Lillian Tong. Nisa Tong. Caitlin Tran. Camilla Tran. Jiao Tran. Hannah Tran. Phoenix Tran. Shayla Tran. Vin Tran. Bill Trung. Connie Tu. Vivian Uzechi. Andrew Velez. Maria Vidal. Tien Vo. Wendy Vo. Mary Boo. Ni Vu. Susan Vu. Trin Vu. Tam Hien Vong. Andrew Winston Jones. Wayne Wong. Aaron Wright. Yunqian Xia. Stephen Young. Syed Mohammed Zaidi. Rami Zamel.
Okay, congratulations, class of 2019. And now, if you would please rise for the benediction to be delivered by our senior class vice president, Tracy Dow, and remain standing for our alma mater, sung by the Kerr Varsity Choir. The varsity choir members, if you could please come up at this time. Our choir is under the direction of Mr. Nathan McCarty and Miss Vanessa Winslow. Today's recessional will be played by the Kerr Orchestra under the direction of Miss Cynthia King and Mrs. Ashley Seagrass.
So as all things come to an end, be grateful for the small things, big things, and everything in between. As class of 2019 continues on to the next part of our lives, we thank you, our amazing parents, guardians, administrators, counselors, teachers, friends, and supporters. This class has great appreciation for all of your encouragement and inspiration for us in all the good times and the bad times. Thank you for your guidance and unconditional love. We hope to see only success from one another because this class sitting right here in front of me isn't like any other class. Kerr's class of 2019 are strong thinkers who are selfless and full of spirit, and we're ambitious leaders. I wouldn't want to be graduating with any other class. So to any and all of our supporters, thank you, gracias, salamat, sheshe, and kamang ba mẹ.
Before
Congratulations once again to our class of 2019 graduates. Parents, our graduates will be waiting for you at the north end of the building between the Coliseum and the football stadium. Thank you and have a safe drive home.